Hey everyone, Louisa here. I hope you're doing great. I haven't recorded a video for a while because it's summer in Canada and we don't get long summers here. So I have been out enjoying, I've been swimming every day in one of the largest rivers in Canada, and using my e-scooter and paddle boarding and just doing a whole bunch of like really fun outdoorsy stuff. So I hope you guys have all been great. The market, of course, in the summer is a little bit on the lighter side, although if you're patient, we're able to catch some good trades. Today I'd like to share with you two trades that I took. The first one was I think it's about 10 points, so that was just a short scalp. And then the second trade was 119 points, and it was a great trade. What I'd like to do is take you through these trades and kind of explain to you how I am improving upon my forever strategy, I guess. It's the strategy that I've really landed on with ICT, and I've really been working pretty hard on it over the past 4 or 5 months. So with no further ado, let me take you to my screen. Hang on a second here. My internet might be a little bit slow. Let's see. There we go. Oh my God, sometimes I live in a small town and sometimes my internet is slow. Okay, so I'm on the 1 hour time frame, and I just like to take you through the higher time frame setup in terms of what I was waiting for, what I was looking for. So as you may know, if you follow me, I like to trade off the 1 hour SIBIs or BISIs or imbalances, I guess. And I'm finding that I have the longest runs with those. They're definitely a higher performance type of trade. You don't necessarily get them every day, but when you get them, they're definitely worth waiting for. So here we are on the 1 hour time frame, and we can see here on the left side of the curve that we have our sell side. So I'm just going to write this in here so you can take a screenshot if you like. So we have sell side of the curve. And then when we get to the bottom of the curve, I'm just going to make this bigger so you guys can see. So in this leg here, we're going to be looking for sells, right? And then when we get to the bottom of the curve, where does it land? It lands into a 1 hour BISI. And I'll just show you where that BISI comes from. This is the 1 hour imbalance down here. So I have the 1 hour and the 4 hour SIBIs and BISIs on my chart, and then I'm simply waiting for price to land into one of those areas. Now, so this is the sell side of the curve here. Once we get to the sell side of the curve, which was last Friday, we had some chatter. We had a few opportunities for some good trades in here. But basically, I'm looking for a reversal to happen again on the higher time frame, and that's exactly what we saw. So price dropped into the 1 hour higher time frame BISI, and then I am waiting for reaction of the PDArrays on the buy side of the curve. And so here we have the formation of the buy side of the curve, and I'll just put that in here. So we have the sell side, we have the buy side. So here's the buy side of the curve. Okay. So this is how I'm setting up my framework for my trades. This is what I'm anticipating. Now we can see that on Monday, price came up. This is a level here that's been important through last week as well as this week. So price came up, and this morning we had news at 10 a.m. And I don't like to trade, I don't like to be in a trade through red folder news, but before 10 a.m. what we had was we had price let me me just go down to the smaller time frame here. Yeah. We had price move up and we made London high. We had an SMT on the higher time frame. Okay, and that tells me that price may want to switch directions and move down. So at 8:15, we saw a nice drop in price, and price dropped into this 15-minute BSI here. So this is an area where price has revisited, and we have a bearish breaker, and you can see that on the 2 minutes. So I'm just going to go down to a lower time frame here. So we have price come up. We have an SMT. Price moves down with displacement into this 15-minute BSI. And then it comes back up into this bearish breaker here. So when price returned to the bearish breaker, I already had my change in the state of delivery. My stop loss should be up here as per ICT, but I put it halfway through my breaker block because I was pretty sure with the SMT that price was going to drop nicely. And then price did drop, and that's a 10-point move on my trade, and I'll just show you what that looks like. Executions. So entered here and exited here, 10 points, so that was fine. Now, if I had put my stop loss up here above the swing high, which is where ICT suggests, I could have basically just ridden this whole trade through, but I don't want to be in drawdown. Like, I don't want to be all the way up here in drawdown, especially as news was being delivered at 10 a.m. So for me, it was just better to exit and then wait to see what the next trade opportunity might be after news delivered. And sure enough, we had a banger of a trade. And so let me make this a little bit smaller. So price came back up into the bearish breaker and then dropped. Here is 10 o'clock news. So you can see, as always, red folder news is going to give us, a swing high and a swing low. Let that volatility expire. And then what am I looking for my next trade? Well, I already had my higher time frame SMT. I've already got a bearish breaker up here. So I'm looking to see how is price reacting in this 15-minute BSI. And we can see that we have good displacement of candles. I'm now on the 2-minute time frame. We have good displacement of candles moving in a downward direction. When price came back in with this wick here and then with this candle, that gave me the confirmation that I needed to go short. I entered the trade, I think it was with 5 contracts. And then here I was watching the next PDArray. And all I'm doing is I'm taking the PDArrays from the sell side of the curve, and I'll go back in a second and show you on the higher time frame what I mean by that. And all I'm doing is I'm watching and waiting for the reaction. Does the PDArray hold price, or is price moving through it? And we can see in this particular case on the higher time frame of the hourly SIBI, price is moving through. So this SIBI is not holding price, and price is disrespecting it. The next area that I watch for reaction is the next 15-minute BSI, and again, that is from the other side of the curve. And we can see that price is disrespecting and moving through all the way down into this hourly BSI. And again, I'm watching to see what the reaction is. I waited for price to get to the consequent encroachment of this BSI, and then I figured, take my wins and exit the position and be content with enough. And so here is my exit. It was 119 points, and it was a 7.5 risk to reward. So it was a great trade. And but I want to go back up to the hourly for a second and show you what I mean by taking the PDArrays from the sell side of the curve. So on the sell side of the curve, all I'm doing is looking for BSIs all the way up to here. And when price starts disrespecting those BSIs on the sell side of the curve, I'm watching for reactions. And each BSI that it goes through, I'm looking for the next BSI. right? So I'm just basically, it's like kind of having a ladder, and every time we move through a BSI or we approach a BSI, I'm looking for the reaction of price. So we took out London high, price came down. We are disrespecting this SIBI, we're disrespecting this BSI from this side of the curve. This was another big BSI. We had the first fair value gap from yesterday. We know from ICT that price likes to revisit those first fair value gaps of the day. And then this is an area, of course, later today and tonight I'll be watching with interest. So this area here, this orange area, is a key level BSI from last week, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So you can see that this BSI, we have supported price numerous times. We've tapped here, we've almost tapped here, we've tapped here, we've come above it here. So this is a major level, and I'm happy to keep that on my chart. So that's basically the trade that I took, 2 trades that I took today. I'm quite happy and content with enough because it's August. I just want to be in the market, out of the market. I don't want to hang around. I continue to study, and yeah, so that's basically it. I hope you guys are having a great summer or winter, depending where you are in the world. If you have any questions, please drop them in the discussion below. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you later. Okay, bye for now.